Boris Johnson says 3 meters people in Hong Kong will get path to British citizenship.
Here's a summary of the article.
The PM's intervention came just hours after Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab told MPs the UK would look to provide a pathway to citizenship for British national passport holders in Hong Kong if China carried out its changes. Making a statement to the Commons, Mr. Raab said the proposed national security law would be a clear violation of China's international obligations and would undermine existing commitments to protect the rights and the freedoms of the people of Hong Kong, as set out in the joint declaration. Mr. Raab warned China that there was still time to reconsider its behavior. There is a moment for China to step back from the brink and respect Hong Kong's autonomy and respect China's own international obligations, he said. He called for a bigger caucus of opinion to be built up globally to prevent China dismissing efforts to ensure it respects Hong Kong's autonomy from Beijing, arguing the G20 member used intimidation to get others to stay quiet. The jointly signed letter by the committee chairs, which will also be sent to the Secretary-General of the United Nations, states that Beijing's imposition is a breach of the legally binding agreement between the UK and China. The representatives have asked for collaboration to establish a United Nations Special Envoy for Hong Kong.
This post received a score of 93,000, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
The metamorphosis of Brexit to Brelcom is truly a thing to behold.
Commonwealth bros need to stick together.
Didn't Britain do a bunch of genocides in the Commonwealths?
We don't talk about that part.
3 rules of the Commonwealth. 1. We don't talk about the genocide. 2. We don't talk about the genocide. 3. Britain is always leading the Commonwealth.
Well, that just rode a coach and horses through the Tory immigration policy. Prince Philip will have a fit. Or, wait a minute, do they mean the kind of citizenship without a right of residence? Edit, and I just read elsewhere that BJ intends to tell Australia to settle them because they have lots of room. You really could not make this sort of stuff up.
Wait, I thought the Australia thing was a joke. Oh.
A bigger joke would be if he said he wanted to settle them in Ireland or Scotland to get back at the Scots and Irish.
NE only has nearly 2 million people, so if they settled here he'd basically be replacing our entire culture. LMAO.
Wouldn't be the first time.
There is no way Britain will be able to absorb 3 million Hong Kongers.
They've just asked Australia to do it for them. Oi mate, you fancy tacking this lot in?
Australia used to take a lot of H-Kurs before 2000. They fitted in well because they had lived under the British and they are hard-working also.
Same with Vancouver, Canada. It also really helped transform the city into a tech hub and transform the economy from a resource-based hub into a knowledge economy and services hub.
Then the nouveau riche came and made it impossible for a newly-wed couple to buy a home within an hour of the city centre.
Not nouveau riche, but CCP princelings. This theoretical couple is now priced out of BC entirely.
Easy to solve. Any unoccupied house has to pay 50% of the average rent as tax to the government, or asking rent. Foreign-owned unoccupied houses pay 100% of the average rent for a similar house in the area every month to the government. Guess what? All these houses will be up for rent at low rates very soon. Vancouver has already put those type of taxes in place. It did cause a dip in housing prices temporarily.
Vancouver's empty home tax is set at 1.25% of property value. If the city has a housing crisis, then it shouldn't be afraid to set it higher than that.
Holy shit, that low? I didn't even know that. What will 1.25% do? Lol.
American here. Read this headline quickly and thought he meant people who work for the company 3M gets citizenship. Thought, wow, I know Post-its are handy, but didn't think it was a ticket to citizenship.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.